Here we go. 3, 2, I have no idea what I'm going to do. 1. You're listening to Just Okay Gamers, where this week, man, oh man, I just came from a buffet dinner.
Ooh.
And who did I see there? You guys never guess.
Oh,
Bill
let me guess.
Cosby.
How did you guess that?
Oh, I was there too.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You were there with me. Me and Millpool went to a buffet dinner, and we saw Bill Cosby before his sentencing trial, and it went a little something like this.
Oh,
Oh boy, I'm so glad you took me to this buffet, Gweedo.
Yeah, you're paying.
Oh, to celebrate my birthday.
Hey, you know whose birthday it isn't?
Who's that?
Bill Cosby. He's right over there.
Oh my God.
Do you think we should go say something to him?
I think we shouldn't know.
Yeah, me either. He's probably got a lot going on in his mind. And scene. Wow. Well, it should be an interesting week this week on the Just Okay Gamers podcast.
We're just okay and we play some games. We're just okay gamers.
was that your impression of Cosby? Like a Guido Cosby? Well,
Man, it's like I was there.
Just okay, neighbors.
I could smell the food at the buffet.
Thanks for listening to episode 254.
254.
254 of the Just Okay Gamers podcast. My name's Gweedo, and I'm here with...
Wally.
Millpool, but you can call me boy.
Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your White House correspondent, Nasty.
Holy shit, Nasty's back.
Yeah, I was trapped on the 43rd floor of the basement of the White House.
43rd floor of
Does
the
not have
basement.
40 floors, but let's just
Yeah,
think
but
it's something
it goes down. It's built
It goes
down.
down.
Oh, negative,
43.
yeah.
Every
negative.
president that they get, they add another basement floor, and that's where they live.
It's true. And the
I hear
presidents
the
have
Lincoln
to
Wing is
dig.
haunted.
They have to dig out the basement themselves. That's why they're in office for so long.
Yeah, and
So-
they're always so busy.
What news bureau do you report for?
Us, duh. Just Okay Gamers.
Yeah.
Well, we got
part
some
of,
high
part of the
creds.
Just
You get in the
Okay
White House.
Media umbrella.
Yeah. He applied for a media badge for the Barbara Bush's funeral.
Yeah.
For who?
Barbara Brush.
Barbara Brush.
Is that?
That was her real name. Everybody kept referring to her as that. I forgot to tell you
okay.
that last
Yeah.
week.
I hope that at the funeral you corrected everyone. That
I
was
did.
like, oh, Barbara was such a sweet lady. And you're
Excuse
like,
me, sir. Barbara.
Barbara. Yeah, Barbara.
I
Barbara
think I
Brush.
can help you with this Barbara situation. It's like boring.
Ooh, nice,
Got her.
nice Barbara Bush burn.
Damn. Bury her again.
I heard she was an angry drunk.
Well, the rest of the family was, so
Mm.
it would make sense.
Well, we're happy to have you back.
Oh, thanks. You are. The community doesn't seem so happy though.
No, why
Fucking
not?
getting roasted in Twitch chat right now.
Hey, man, you take off 3 weeks in a row, you're gonna have to deal with the consequences. So, how were your weeks? You guys do anything? Nasty, where the fuck have you been?
Yeah.
You must
Where
have a
have I
lot to
been?
report.
I was at PAX with you guys. And then I took a little trip down to a city called Nashville, Tennessee, for some fun. And then I went out to Vegas for work, which was
That's funny.
also kind of fun.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I was expecting a live stream in Vegas from you.
Yeah, it was all work stuff. Like I was there working like at the events that they put on for us until like 9 or 10. I wanted like the only time that I got out was after that to go like walk the strip a little bit.
Oh, yeah, that city totally shuts down after 10 o'clock, too.
I had to be back up at 6 o'clock for meetings at 7. It was like so fucking much work. I'd rather go back again just like on my own.
The nickname for Vegas is the city that sleeps constantly.
It is, yeah. And then Boise, Idaho, I heard is nicknamed the city that never sleeps. It's weird.
Yeah.
Mm.
Did you gamble at all while you were in Vegas?
Yeah, I lost a ton of money.
Yeah.
Exactly how much did you lose?
Okay, a ton in reference to myself and how I don't like to gamble much, but like 250.
That's a chunk.
That's not too bad.
Yeah, it's not too bad. It's also not too great. I could have done a lot with that $250.
What's your game?
I tried a bunch of stuff, so I don't gamble much. So I tried like roulette. I tried to learn how to play craps. Do you guys know how to play craps? It seems
I
confusing.
know how to play craps.
Do you?
I love playing craps. Yeah.
You sit on the toilet and push, or what?
That's what we're talking about, right?
Yeah.
I call it making a boom boom. I call that playing craps.
Oh.
Making a boom boom.
I'm
a video poker guy.
I stole that bit out in Vegas.
What?
I'm a baby. I go boom boom. Bit.
In your
You
Zach
use
type?
that at your work conference?
I used that at a work conference. Yeah.
In what regard?
We were talking about something, and somebody was like, "Did you just say goo goo gaga?" And I was like, "Yes, I did," and I just went with it.
That
It was
improv
funny.
class is really paying off.
Yeah, really paying off at the work conferences.
Did you get any fist fights with any higher up executives?
Yes. The CEO of the company putting it on. Yeah. We got into a fist fight. He was telling me how he used to live out here in Wisconsin, and he was saying we got in a fight over which custard was better. So it was very unfortunate.
So it came to fisticuffs too.
Oh, it came fisticuffs. Like we were fucking going at it.
Oh, there's a pause after fucking.
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, we were both a little drunk. Ended up in the pool. Yeah, it was intense.
This is like hovering like over this.
What?
Huh?
This is veneer of gayness too.
Yeah, he's now making eye movements. He hasn't done a podcast in 3 weeks, so he's forgotten how to not play to the camera.
I don't want to hear it, Gweedo. You fucking played to the camera so
everybody-
hard last week, and Millpool had to explain what you were doing because it was definitely integral to what was happening.
But that was for us. Millpool didn't. He could have just seen what I was doing and moved on.
Good job using
Nope.
the word integral. 5 points to Gryffindor.
Yeah, it definitely. I'm finger wagging at you.
I'm going to mention now, speaking of playing to the camera, Twitch chat is having a conversation with my mother on their favorite alcoholic beverage.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's that type of day. There's cats outside the window too, making my cat go freak out.
Did Fruity tell your mom, come bring me that honey liquor, or is he just saying that rhetorically?
Yeah. Yep.
I don't know if he's talking to my mom.
Oh,
Anyways.
man, this is interesting shit for the podcast.
Yeah, well, what are you gonna do? So I haven't done much interesting stuff because I worked this past weekend. Nancy, you hear about that dead body in the road?
Yeah. You told me you drove. I listened to the podcast. I don't know why you guys think
I don't. Man, I'm just bringing up stuff that might be interesting.
Yeah, what I
Guys
heard
wanna see a
that there's
dead
actually
body.
like an investigation going into that, and also I heard that there's a really bad batch of heroin going around right now that's killing a lot of people.
Dude, that's everywhere.
Yeah.
Everything's like there's fentanyl floods down the street at this point.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
It's a good thing I don't do heroin.
Pause.
Well, it's in cocaine now too. You're fucked.
So Millpool, you do anything interesting?
I saw that movie that we talked about yesterday, Ready Player One,
Oh, I did
Oh.
that too.
and you act surprised like we didn't just have a discussion on it yesterday.
You
That
were
was a
there.
full 24 hours ago. Okay.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, not much. I broke my monitor, so I have to get a new monitor.
Okay,
you do,
explain
punch it?
this.
Can you?
Yeah, what
can
happened
you tell us
here?
how you broke it? Because it's actually entertaining.
Yeah, okay.
It's not
This is all I
entertaining at
know.
all.
Can I tell you what I know?
Yeah, tell me how it
And
happened.
then I'm gonna fill in after Guido tells you what he knows about what I know.
Okay.
The three of you try to piece it together, and I'll
Okay.
figure it out right.
Millpool's sitting at his computer.
Jerking off.
That adds up so far.
Hey, this is my story.
Oh, I'm just filling in the pieces.
Oh, that's a fun game.
Fill in the
Okay.
pieces?
Yeah, we'll call it filling in the pieces. I'll say
It's like
I'll-
Mad Libs or Ad Libs, but like live Mad Libs.
I'll make a statement. Nasty will complete it. Kind of circle jerky. All right, this is what happened to Millpool's monitor.
I just wait. If I could interject, I just
Yes.
got the Mad Libs Ad Libs thing that just clicked for me.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah, I had not realized that before. But go on.
What about Circle Jerk or about?
No, how Mad Libs is Ad Libs with an M.
Oh,
Oh! I just got that too now.
Really?
what?
Yeah, I just thought it was called Mad Libs for some reason.
Mr.
Yeah, right.
Mr. fucking like PhD history
Yeah, he is a
wordologist. The
Dude,
fucking
I'm sorry.
wordsmith?
Doctor of Wordology.
Dr. Wordology here.
Okay, so Millpool was sitting at his computer
Jerking off.
when all of a sudden a cat ran up to him.
And scratched his right calf.
Testicle.
Oh. Millpool reached down to grab the cat.
And hit his head on his microphone.
The microphone broke off its arm and swung into the closet door. Where
You can't finish. You have
Hey,
to
man.
let me finish.
It's like you're putting together some sort of Rube Goldberg.
that's
machine.
what I was trying to
Yeah,
go
yeah,
for.
yeah.
What, you wanted me to take back over?
No. Forget it. Forget this game.
Hey,
So what I know,
That was going good.
Millpool's
Up
got
until you
scratched
wanted
by
to finish
his
that
cat.
sentence.
Millpool's cat bit his ankle and he threw his phone on his desk and it bounced off his desk into his monitor.
Yeah, that's pretty much what happened, more or less. Yes.
Did it
That
hurt a
doesn't
lot?
sound real. That sounds like something someone would lie and say they did to cover up how they really broke it.
Yeah.
Well, how
see,
do you
this
think it
is-
really happened then?
Oh, I got it.
Well, no,
Your cat
I
bit
know
you. You bent
I don't
over.
think that the cat didn't do it. I just think that throwing a phone's excessive in response.
Right. I think what happened is you bent over to smack your cat, hit your head on your desk, started falling backwards, grabbed your desk, and your desk fell on you, and your head went through your monitor. That's how it happened.
My head went through my mind.
Yeah.
like a stage prop.
Yeah, and he's walking around his apartment like, whoa!
It's like a ringed around him.
Yeah,
still.
ringed around. And then he goes to his girlfriend and says, "Hey, play any good games lately?"
No, that's not what happened. Yeah, I don't know. I was frustrated, and I put my phone on my desk right under my monitor when I'm downstairs. So I basically tossed it, and it hit my monitor. And yeah, it's a small crack in the lower right hand side of my monitor, so it's not like totally unusable, but I am gonna have to get a new monitor. But yeah,
It's
It's unfortunate.
the thing with my cat is she has this game that she likes to do, which is biting my ankles, but she only does it at specific times, like when I'm going to bed or when I wake up. Any other time of the day, she doesn't give a shit. But she's
Sounds like
fucking,
cats.
yeah, she's fucking relentless, and she's kind of a big cat too, so like it's annoying, but I love her as well, so I don't want to like discipline her harshly or anything. But
You know what I
like-
do?
what's that?
Honestly,
Is it-
I just put my cat outside.
Yeah, I mean,
It
she
doesn't
wants
work
to
if
play.
you have a house cat, though.
Right,
Yeah,
she's not an
it's-
outdoor cat.
It'll still work. she'll be pissed off that she's outside. It's not really like you're disciplining her then. It's just like you're locked out of the house now. You lose the privileges of being inside.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She
when
wants
the
to go
cat runs
outside
away.
all the time. Yeah, I don't know how she would react because she's not an outdoor cat.
Do you have a fence?
Yeah, we do have a fence.
Yeah, she ain't going nowhere.
You know, cats
Yeah,
are pretty
I
good
know.
jumpers.
Yeah, mine
Yeah, they
jumps
are.
my fence, but
She has
if
all her
she's
claws. so.
if she's a big cat,
There's no such
Cat
thing
talk.
as an outdoor domestic cat, by the way. It's just a domestic cat that's allowed to go outside.
There's no such thing as that?
I mean, they're not really meant to go outside. It's a whole thing, but it shortens their lifespan. It threatens the local fauna and a whole bunch of other stuff.
my cats go outside all the time.
Nasty, you're part of the problem.
Whatever.
The cat problem.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
As
Well,
long as
so
they're spayed, I mean, as long as you got them spayed and neutered, at least you're doing that.
Yeah, they are, and they have their shots,
Yeah, then whatever. You're halfway there.
and they keep their claws so that way they can defend themselves and kill off rodents
Yeah, I mean,
and help the community.
Yeah. I mean, it's your choice to do it or not, but as long as you do the responsible thing and spay them, then fuck it.
They're just shitheads if they stay inside too. They have to go outside. Like they're like little fucking 2-year-olds that have too much goddamn energy.
But yeah, it sounds like a Siamese or something.
Well, what do you guys think we put the cat talk on hold and talk about some video games?
Is that what this is?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what we do. I know you haven't been here for a while. So.
Oh, okay.
Do you need a format refresher?
Yeah. Can you tell me how this thing goes, Guido? I haven't been around in a bit.
Sure. Well, first we start with a shitty intro that didn't
check.
make sense to anyone that wasn't watching Twitch.
Check.
Okay. And then we talk about our weeks.
Check.
Pretty uninteresting. Weeks are generally had by everyone. And then we go and talk about video games for roughly about 30, 40 minutes.
Oh, is that the part we're on right now?
Yeah, that's the one that we would be going to.
Oh, okay. All right, cool.
All right. Well, let's do it.
Oh, you touch my
Segway.
my ding ding dong. Oh, you touch my tra-la-la.
That's the Ding Dong Segue by Sniggleboots.
Nice.
He did one thing.
Yeah.
He cropped
What?
out a segment of a song and put a segue.
We're definitely getting a copyright notice when that goes on YouTube.
No,
For sure.
no way. It's too short.
No, we always do.
Do we?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't think they care about length.
All
Really.
right. Thank you, Sniggleboots, for that and the impending copyright strike. Video games. Video games. I played God of War. Wally played BattleTech.
Yes, indeed.
We talked about them last week, but it was more our hype to play them. Now we have played them, so do you want to give our impressions?
Sure.
You want to talk about BattleTech? How's BattleTech going? Is it everything you hoped for?
Yeah, it's really cool because it's made by the guys who made the Shadowrun reboot games, like Dragonfall and stuff. And so there's a little bit of an RPG element to the dialogue and to the character advancement, and you have to. And it has a huge management component too, like. Old MechWarrior Mercenaries is like you have to balance the budget of repairing the mechs, going on missions, weigh the risks, and then the whole top-down grid-based RTS component with lasers and missiles and shit.
Is the campaign story interesting?
Yes,
Yeah.
very well done. Good voice acting, good writing.
That's good. So Wally says A-OK.
Excellent
I like-
music too.
It's a buy from Wally. God of War, I played it and I finished it. Got all the way through it.
Game of the
took
year.
That was
me-
Right?
fast.
It was fast and it wasn't fast because it took me 35 hours
Yeah.
to get through
You
it.
powered through it though, huh?
I did in like 5 days. So that's a lot of game playing. And I worked all those days too. So I just,
Wow.
well, not all of them. I actually had off Friday. I had off 2 of those days.
I worked all of them
All
except
those
for
days
half of
except
them.
for-
I worked the weekend and so I'd come home from work and I'd start playing God of War. It's gonna win every award.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Worst game as well.
Yep.
Best game and worst game.
every award that you can think of. It'll win a Grammy. It'll win a Golden Globe. It'll win the PGA Tour.
Oh wow, really?
Wow.
Yeah. It's going to win them all. No, the game is good. The game is very good. The story is where it shines. Everybody either has played it or watched it or seen reviews, so I won't go into too much detail, but the story is the key of it. The combat is super satisfying, fun. The weapon has weight to it, the axe that you use. The kid gets kind of annoying sometimes, but it's purposeful, and he ends up kind of learning the way.
Father,
Boy.
do you like being a god?
Boy, I'm no god. I
Father.
am just a mortal. Yes.
Father, I want to be a god.
Well, tricks on you, pranked you. You are a god.
Oh shit.
Because I'm a god and I sexed your mom.
Sexted. That was out
Oh.
back then?
Father, I'm going
Yes.
to enjoy being a god.
There's a few things that I didn't care for, but they're very small and overshadowed by just the overall greatness of the story and the game and everything. Some of the bosses, mini bosses, were repetitive, and the enemy models, you kind of fought the same enemies over and over. It's just some of them were fire, some of them were ice or poison. But overall, highly enjoyed it. The best game I've played since Last of Us, I'd feel.
Wow.
And it's good. Can't recommend it enough. Any questions?
I don't know. So the story is good.
Story's good.
Graphics pretty good?
Tear jerking moments. Did you cry?
I did not cry. No. They didn't
How
have
does
a
it
lot
end?
of. How was the end?
How did it end?
Oh, how did it end? Kratos is walking around with his boy, and they're riding on a boat, and then they get to a party island. Yeah, they get to basically the equivalent of Viking spring break.
Oh, nice.
And Kratos says, "Boy, you are no longer a boy; you are a man now."
Oh
And
shit.
he says, "Show me." And the boy says, "What do you mean, show you?" And Kratos says, "You know." And then he winks at the camera, and then the credits roll.
And then you hear like swishing sounds and like lots of wet slapping during the credit roll.
Yeah, and deep techno music, deep house
Like
electronic
fluttering.
music.
Yeah.
Was there drugs?
There were drugs, but it was all over the counter.
Mm.
There you have it. That's the ending to God of War. What about? You know what, guys? I'm getting real tired of my GTX 970, my NVIDIA GTX 970.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
I'd really like to ditch it, but man, prices are so high on video cards. What am I like? I can't afford it. I wish there was something that would happen in the near future that maybe would be a ray of sunshine on my prospective buying choices.
You mean like some sort of clearance / pricing?
That would be good. Come
What
on, guys.
What if the video card prices went down?
Oh, wow. I was actually
What if
just
that
looking-
happened?
I was hoping that one of you would just give me your graphics card.
Oh, you can.
I
Yours is
have the
better
same
than
one
mine
as
though.
you.
So
I just want to run all of our graphics cards at once.
Is Daisy Chain?
oh,
Yeah.
so like we aren't swapping. You're just taking mine.
Right. I'd actually tie them to my forearms and use them as gauntlets in in the battle to the death that I'm going to be facing soon. That's a
Got a
whole
good
thing. I
card
don't
for
want to
that.
get into that.
Wait,
but
no, I think we
man,
should.
prices are going way down.
Why are you fighting to the
in
death?
in the future? Maybe, who knows?
Let's stay on
Based on
topic.
this on this thing.
GPU
It's
prices.
one article.
They're just saying basically what everybody knows is, you know what? Eventually the prices are going to come down.
Right. Yeah. Pretty much.
I think they are.
Well, they're basically saying like, look, Bitcoin mining isn't what it used to be. There's going to be this huge influx of graphics cards that aren't going to go anywhere, and prices are just going to fall. It's basic economics.
It's free real estate.
Is Ridley Scott a hack?
You gotta say it like him.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Prices are dropping. You can already get used ones. They're still above MSRP, but they're dropping. And as people bail from mining Bitcoins, they're just going to drop more and more. I think the fad of Bitcoins is pretty much coming to an end, right?
Yeah, they are. I think 1070s and 1060s are starting to normalize now in price.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Because there's this one article that I posted, but also the NASDAQ is talking about putting cryptocurrencies on their stock exchange. So
Uh-oh.
that might, turn things around in the other direction.
Oh, I thought Ethereum moved into an algorithm where there was a more efficient way to mine it than GPUs.
Yeah,
I don't know about that.
Is it desktop RAM? Because that price isn't going down anytime soon.
RAM's still fucked, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, I just hope that it comes down in price soon. I hope that they release, as people start bailing and selling off their cards and they have this tremendous stock that they need to get rid of, eventually that'll all even out. And I hope that they release like a special edition mining card where, upcharge the miners is what I always say. I said that in court the other day.
In court. Shit, I lost my train of thought. GPUs. There's a new GPU coming out in the summer, I think. Supposedly. Late summer?
By who?
Is it
From who?
NVIDIA, I think?
NVIDIA? AMD's been saying that they're coming out with their like top of the line new shit, but that was like stupid expensive, or I don't know. This was like 2 months ago that they were saying that they were coming out with a new card.
I don't think anyone's near building it yet, are they? Are you building soon, Gweedo?
I have a 970. I built everything else except the video card because they've been so high.
Same. They've been there for like a year and a half too.
And games are starting to show. Like I have a 144 hertz monitor, and it's either older games or very select few newer games that can reach 144 FPS. So, in fact, I don't think many of them can at all anymore. So, I want to get the most out of the monitor that I have, and I'd like to upgrade my video card. But I
You tried
can't.
to build a
What?
Have you looked to build a PC sales? There's a few deals in there now.
I've looked, but it's still. I'm not going to pay $100 over MSRP. I just
Okay.
refuse. I'm from one, I don't have a lot of money, and two,
Yeah.
I'm from a time where you pay for what it is.
No, I agree completely. I wouldn't want to pay more for a card either. I just know, like, on the front page alone, there's two 1060s going for $199, a 1070 going for $390, and that's just what I could see at first glance. So I mean, they're coming up. I mean, it's happening. I think $390 for a 1070 is very ballpark.
Well, who knows? In a few months, maybe they'll be evened out, and I'll be purchasing one. It's not a huge rush for me.
The 970 is still a fantastic card for its age.
It's holding up. It's holding up. Boy, oh boy. What else is there to talk about, boys?
There's not a lot. Kind of scraping the barrel here.
Belgium declares loot boxes illegal. I think that's kind of big news.
Yeah, Europe is taking the loot box fight
Yeah,
to them, basically.
that's crazy. A lot. I mean, like, what game does not have a form of loot boxes right now?
God of War.
You're right. Everybody quit playing whatever you're playing and go pick up God of War.
Well, you know what this really impacts too is the mobile game market, because
Yes.
they perfected the loot box science before it got to the desktop,
And
and that'll be huge too.
Yeah, I'm having trouble thinking of many mainstream games that don't have loot boxes. Fortnite does not have loot boxes that I'm aware of.
No.
Did they get rid of them?
They have them in their single player, but
The llamas, yeah. Not in their multiplayer.
right, not in their multiplayer. I suppose they'd have to get rid of those too in their single player. But nobody plays that, so I don't think they're too worried.
Oh no, we got to get rid of something that nobody uses and kind of clean our shit up.
It's
Yeah.
only, I think it says like it's only loot boxes that you can buy for money. So I wonder if they just find a way to get around it, some loophole.
Yeah, like you buy
Or you,
currency in game that you
Yeah, 'cause there's
use
lots of games like
in-game
that,
currency
right?
then as well.
Where you just buy the currency and then use the currency to buy the loot boxes. But maybe
Right.
that's a little too obvious.
Like League, where you can buy
Yeah.
like
Well, it's
riot
a lot
points.
of games that do that.
How do you think a game like Overwatch would do it if they were like, no more loot boxes?
If
I
if
thought
it was
about this
just
today.
strict like that,
Yeah. I think
I don't know how you can do it. Like, can they just region lock that part of the game from Belgium or something? Like, I don't know how that would work.
Yeah, I think the way that I kind of thought of today is instead of giving a loot box every time you level up or something, just give people in-game currency every time they win a game or something.
yeah, and make that random.
But then don't have the loot boxes and have
Right.
people buy the skins off of a shop with the in-game currency.
And you can
Yeah.
always just add that like random fuck, what did it? Hearthstone does that, right? Like when you win a match, like it has a little slot machine thing and it determines like what you win, right? Like you could just do that with the different levels of in-game currency, and then you
Yeah.
still kind of have like that exciting moments without having loot boxes specifically.
They're
Blizzard-
trying to
Blizzard's
cut
got
down
the-
on the gambling though. So I think if it's anything that's random, like they don't want that. Because it's all about like selling gambling to children, basically. is
Yeah,
what-
that was the
what the
threat.
big
Really,
problem
is risk of gambling, and that's
Mhm.
the pretense they passed the law under. Is this is gambling? Blizzard's always gotten a good job doing anything involving that, though. I've always felt like that moment of excitement, no matter how diluted it may or may not be, they tend to get that down to a science.
I think, I don't know, maybe the easiest way is just not to sell your game in that region.
You think
'Cause
that's what's going to
what,
happen?
like, well, Australia has really strict controls on mature games.
Mhm.
And I'm pretty sure that's kind of what happens there, is that mature games just don't get sold there. And they have to, if people want them, they have to buy them outside of Australia and import them themselves.
That sucks.
I'm fairly sure. So
Yikes.
that seems like the easiest solution.
So why shouldn't they just what happens if everybody starts cracking down like this?
Well, then you
Belgium's
change
just
how
the
your game is
first, and
built.
Yeah, it's a new model. Are we going to see that, do you think? Or is this just a fluke? Is this just a drip in the water?
Games as a service is here to stay.
Yeah. There's been so much pushback on loot boxes already this
Right.
past year. Like, I don't know if it's going to be as harsh as it being illegal, but certainly there's going to be more restrictions, I think, even in America with, this basically gambling.
Right. I also think that we'll see more of the declaration of what the ratios are for winning certain things. Right.
Yeah.
So like, if you're going after like a 0.5% chance item in a loot box, what you're getting, not that it's better, but at least like, okay, if I buy 1,000 of these things, I have a chance of getting it in one.
Yeah, that's a good point. China already enforces that, and League of Legends has started doing that
Right.
everywhere.
Right. And I think that's a good model. I think that's transparency to a extent, and without like killing their business model of trying to make money.
Okay. Way to go, Belgium. Now we're going to talk about...
There's I put a lot of stuff in, but none of it is like that interesting. Do you want to talk about Gloomhaven though? Because you were reading up on that, right?
It's just a game that I'd like to play.
Yeah, it's expensive though. Would you drop the $250 or whatever the fuck it is?
Well,
it's $250.
It's $250 because it's sold out of all of its editions.
Yeah.
So
and Gloomhaven is a board game, and it's, I guess, currently the most sought after board game, right?
Yes.
Right.
Even before it came out, it was really sought after.
Oh, really?
Does it belong to any particular IP, or is it just its own kind of fantasy?
It was kickstarted.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I believe it's its own world.
Yes.
Do you know like who makes it or what kind of game it is?
Nope. I know what kind of game it is.
Yeah. Go for
Nasty?
it, Leeds.
No, you go.
You want me to go for it?
Yeah.
So I think the biggest thing that is attracting people to Gloomhaven is the fact that it's this continually evolving world within a board game that you and a group of people basically go on a campaign for the entirety of the game. Right?
Yeah, it's high fantasy.
Right. So there's a element of board game and an element of like role playing game all mixed together, and I think that the D&D crowd is definitely fallen in love with this game for that fact, right? It's like you're applying an official structure to a role playing thing that a bunch of people are all doing together, and it allows you to pretty much spark conversation within specifically within that world of Gloomhaven, whereas kind of D&D is up to the dungeon master to come up with the whole world and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's right. And it's I forgot what I was going to say.
I heard about this game like 3 months ago. One of the guys that I work with that plays board games loves it.
It's a game that you need a dedicated group to play with.
Yes.
Much like D&D.
Right.
You need a group of 4 or 5 people that are going to show up, twice a month, more maybe, and play this game and get through it. And the game's going to evolve as you play it. Rules will change. Landscape will be manipulated, and it just seems really cool. But there's a few factors that keep me from playing it. One is that I don't have that group,
right?
And two is the price point. I don't want to spend. I think the retail price is like $75.
I thought it was more than that.
When they make the new editions, the retail price set is $75. People are selling them for more because you can't get your hands on it.
Right. Base when it came out, I think was like $175 for the base set when it first came out.
No way, dude.
Yeah.
No way.
Mm-hmm.
Get out of here.
Okay, I will.
All right. See you later, Nasty.
Okay, bye.
Bye, Nasty.
He's gone now.
But regardless, either one is too high for me to risk trying to find people that would be dedicated enough to play it. So, I something I wish would happen, because I have more friends online than offline, and that could be either sad or happy. I wish that more board games would get converted into video games.
That's what I was just gonna say. This would be the ideal game to make into a video game edition.
Yeah,
A
and
video game
it doesn't
or
have
like
to be
a virtual board game.
That could be fine too.
a virtual board game, but not. I know people are going to say just play Tabletop Simulator. I want something more robust than that. I want something with fancy graphics when the
UI
cards
and
get
everything.
thrown out. Yeah, everything. And there's some games that have done it. One of them I can't think of right now, but it's a very popular game that I've been thinking about getting. I wish I knew the name. Shit. Oh well.
Board game?
Yeah, it's a board game that I saw on Steam, and it looks super polished, and I considered buying it, but then you have to go through the task of recruiting people to play with you,
Right,
and also
in and out.
maybe probably buying this game. So it'd be a lot easier to do in a virtual space for me personally,
Right.
but it'd be something I'd be interested in.
That was one thing that interested me about Mechs and Minions too, is it was a similar concept, right? Like you had the same group of people that you played through with as certain champions, and there was this story, and it was the same board, but every mission, like the board evolved, and you went through, and there was a backstory to every single mission that you did, and there was different rules based on what mission you were on and all that type of stuff, which was really awesome to play. But it was like an hour and a half per mission at least, and if you didn't win, then you redid that mission before you could go on.
Yeah, it's an interesting topic. I think there probably is a market there, Guido, for that kind of stuff, for just like bringing those board games into online play.
Yeah, and
Please,
it's
let's do
started
it.
to happen. It's
But having said that, like Tabletop Simulator is totally serviceable and is a good, fun thing to have, I think, as well.
It is. Yeah, I've tried so many games on Tabletop Simulator,
Yeah.
but Tabletop Simulator is also in the same boat where if I'm going to try some board games on Tabletop Simulator, I need 3 people with me that are there to figure this out with me, and not just kind of like flip the table.
Flip the
or,
table.
like,
Oh yeah, sure.
or move the pieces around after 20 minutes of reading rules. You need a dedicated group of people that are going to sit there and try and figure out how to play these new games with you.
Oh, I didn't know One Deck Dungeon was on Steam. Digital. It's fucking cool. I'll probably go check that out. I've been playing board games more and more. I actually played pretty much all the board games that we got at PAX.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, the only one that I haven't played is Cairo.
How
Yeah.
do you like them? Is there one that stands out?
The Battle Dice game that we got, I think, is my favorite, just because it's quick, simple, and easy to pick up. So it's for people, like you said, that don't want to sit there and learn how to play the game for 20 or 30 minutes. It's a good game to play. And it's also one of those that as you play more, you can add more rules to the game, so that way you can play it. I forget what it's called, though.
Here's the game I was talking about. It's a game called Scythe. And it's a board game that has that super high price point of $100 or whatever, giant box filled with all sorts of components to the game, and it's being made into an actual video game. It's coming out this year.
I recognize
sometime.
the logo. I recognize the logo.
And I'm probably gonna buy it. And that's based on how much I know people like the board game. So yeah, come on, developers, make some more board games into these highly produced video games.
So that one does have a video game.
It is, yeah. I
Equivalent?
just looked it
Okay.
up. It's called Scythe Digital Edition, and I just while typing that in, Tabletop Simulator has the game of Scythe that you can buy for Tabletop Simulator
Right.
for $8. So they must have
There you go.
they must have gotten rid of the whole workshop formula for Tabletop Simulator.
Oh, really?
And, well, I doubt that
is everything paid now?
Well, let's see. What's another popular game? Settlers?
Yeah.
They got almost everything in tabletop.
This Scythe Digital Edition looks way better though than Tabletop.
Right.
Just because you're actually in the game, and like instead of simulating sitting at a table while playing the game.
Did you
Yeah,
guys read the art background for this game? It's fascinating. Scythe.
No.
The game was actually inspired by the art. Some guy really enjoyed taking traditional European period art that exists and then adding like giant mechs to it and shit. And so that's what he did. So a lot of this art's actually inferred from that, if not directly copied over, but with those differences and embellishments put into it. And then the one guy's like, "This would make a great game," and so that's how it came into being.
This
Sweet.
is how I'll get Wally to play board games with me. Scythe will be the start. Hopefully I could get Wally to buy Scythe and play it with
I'll
me.
buy it. No, done. I'll buy it.
It looks like your type of game.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
I'll buy it. Sure, no problem.
Sweet.
The workshop though is still there for Tabletop Simulator, and actually Gloomhaven is on there.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, and it looks
Okay.
It looks pretty good.
Oh, fuck.
Well, here's my objection to Tabletop Simulator. I still think it's cool though. And you were talking about having a UI. I like being able to handle a system that can handle all those various pieces of a game without having to physically grab it and hold it like I'm in VR.
Right. Tabletop Simulator adds so much fluff time to board games. Something that is as simple as shuffling a deck and dealing it out, or grabbing a single thing off the table and looking at it, when you're in real life, is just a simple movement with your hands. But in Tabletop Simulator, you have to fucking like maneuver your mouse around and do it just right and have hotkeys set up. It just adds so much time to playing these intricate games. I remember we played Dead of Winter on there, and Dead of Winter I own. We played it. I've played it several times with friends. Teaching new people how to do it it's like a 45-minute game, hour tops. And I played it on Tabletop Simulator. We were there for like 2.5 hours, just trying to like move all the pieces, set them on the board so they don't tip over. And people are like knocking shit over on accident.
I think it depends on the game though, because there are like, it also does speed up some things like dealing cards. You can just right click and like deal however many cards to
That's true.
each player.
Yeah.
I think that
you guys want to play some Tabletop Simulator?
Yeah.
I think
Do you want to talk? I mean, our community night is
Community night
this Friday. Do you
Oh
want
man.
to talk about that?
no.
What?
Yeah, community night.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if board games would work there, but
No, community night. I tossed it out. I was like, hey, we should have a community night, just because Discord seems to be quiet lately for the past week or two. Maybe it's just me. And also just to hang out with the community. We haven't had games that we could play together. So I asked to see if there were any games that we could play, but Millpool and Nasty aren't going to be there.
Yeah, I'm gonna be gone.
I'll probably be there.
Oh, Millpool changed to probably now.
Oh,
I said maybe
Millpool
from the
swerve.
start, but yeah, I'll say probably.
He committed. You heard it here, folks.
But I think we need to have a schedule, because the biggest problem with community nights in the past have been, what do we play?
And
What are we
when?
gonna play now?
Right. And who's playing?
Yeah, who's got this game? So if we just say, okay, we're playing Overwatch for 2 hours, and then we're going to play League for a game or two, a community custom game, and then we're going to play Counter-Strike for 2 hours. Then the people that have those games can come on. People who don't or aren't interested just go away.
Yeah. I don't know if we need a hard schedule, but announcing the
Not
games
hard,
ahead of
but-
time is maybe good.
Having the
especially if
games
people
and
need
at
them
least
installed.
the order in which we would play the games, I think is smart.
Right, because if you're planning on playing League and people that haven't played in a while know that they're going to be playing it, it'd be nice that way they could just log in and get the patches going, and you don't have people sitting around for 20 minutes waiting for somebody to patch. Or
Yeah.
any other game for that matter, right? Like if you haven't been in it in a while and you're planning on playing it, it would be nice to be able to get updated.
So maybe I'll finalize that list of games, which will probably just be League, Overwatch, Counter-Strike, because I'd really like to kind of hop in Counter-Strike with like 10 to 15 people.
I have to crash a Counter-Strike server. That'd be so hilarious.
And then we'll probably play some Jackbox and Golf with Friends at the end of the night when everyone's drunk.
Ooh, golf with friends.
Mm-hmm. So our usual fare, but at least then we'll have a plan and we won't be sitting around. So join us tomorrow, or
Friday. Friday the 27th.
see, this isn't something that I put in stone.
I'm sorry. Did you
Millpool
not
just
want
threw
me to
you
say
out.
anything? I don't
He
know.
threw you
I don't know what I'm
Because
doing.
now I have to do it.
Oh, you do. You're committed.
No,
now, dude.
no commitment. There may not be a community.
Committed.
We're taking it all back.
I gotta watch wrestling tomorrow.
Community run, community night.
Okie dokie. That's it. Should we play some voicemails?
Do it. You
Yeah, why
won't.
not?
No, I absolutely will. I mean, it's not. Don't challenge me on playing voicemails.
We have a new voicemail.
You want to listen to the voicemail?
Okie dokie. Let me just double check, see if there's any latecomers in the voicemail game.
Late to come.
You know, classic late to comers. But we can start with one here. Let's see. How about we do this one?
Hey, just okay gamers. It's just Paul. Would you rather direct a TV series about yourself and your own life, or write and direct a movie about the life of Nasty? Only Nasty. Nasty, you don't get to answer. This question is relevant to the other guys more because of what I'm just saying here. Yeah, all right, just answer whatever the fuck I just said. All right, bye. Have a good pod.
So it's a TV. We direct a TV series about ourselves or a movie about Nasty. Is that what it was?
Yeah. I'll choose Nasty.
I'll choose Nasty too.
Gift poll, what's up? What? Come on, buddy.
What? That was
usually
an
usually
okay
has
question.
I don't know. It wasn't his usual fare.
I mean, he kind of trailed off at the end there, but
It was a bit rambly.
it's a decent question, I think. We can elaborate on this. Nasty has a very interesting life. I think there's a lot to, go into a movie there.
Oh,
Movie's
thanks,
shorter.
guys. You're the best.
What?
A movie is shorter than a television series.
Oh, much shorter.
Yeah, I suppose.
2.5 hours versus like 26 hours.
Bigger budget too.
I mean, a pilot, like first season of a television series would only be under 10 episodes, right?
It depends. If it's a sitcom,
Oh, okay, let's say it's equal amount of work for the sake of
equal
discussion.
amount.
Yeah, equal amount of work.
It's a shitty TV series then.
Well, you got to have in a TV series. You got to have the actors filming at least 10 hours of footage. In a movie, it's 2.5 hours tops.
Yeah.
It's not equal.
Yeah.
Could
2.5
be
hours
a TV
tops and then cut
Well, a
down.
television show, if it's on TV, it's what, 22 minutes? Are they still 22 minutes?
What good show have you watched recently that fits into a half hour of TV time?
There's been a few. Master and None is only 30 minutes.
Yeah, but that doesn't fit on 22 minutes. that's a 29-minute episode because there is no commercials because it's a Netflix
Oh, okay.
show.
So Netflix is apparently thrown out the window now.
I'm just for the sake of discussion. It's the same amount of work.
Okay, fine, Millpool.
You're
Fine.
having
In this-
so much trouble wrapping your head around
in this dystopian world where TV shows of your guys' lives and a movie about my life are the same amount of work.
Yes,
I'd still do nasties.
accurate. Yeah, I think it would be it would be so much more interesting to learn about another person that much in depth because I already know all about myself. It would just be like masturbatory to
narcissistic.
Yeah, to make a thing about myself and then put it out there.
I'd make something about myself.
Well,
You're
don't get
not allowed to
the question.
answer.
Oh,
He said so.
I know.
All right. There you go. We're all gonna make a movie, a nasty movie.
A nasty movie
We're all gonna
about
make a nasty about a movie.
Yeah. Featuring Borber Brush. Next voicemail.
Coming to theaters near you.
Here it is.
Hey guys, this is Snuggleboots. Here's a fun fact. Fleetwood Mac's former lead guitarist, Lindsay, is a man. And vocalist Stevie is a woman. Yeah. What other weird names do you know? Thanks.
Well, first off, we know that because we're fucking Americans.
Yeah. I like Fleetwood Mac.
Other weird names though, huh?
What songs do they have?
They have
Landslide.
take your troubles, take it down. I climb a mountain and I turn around. And I saw my reflection in the
Yeah.
snow-covered hills.
Landslide.
That's a good one.
They have the one that goes bam 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 bam.
Sounds like Dave Matthews.
Bam 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 bam. Tusk. Bam 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 bam. You know that one?
No, I don't. I'm not familiar with that one.
Oh.
Basically, the entire Rumors album is iconic. So
So. This actually makes me think of the first time I think I was funny.
Oh yeah, tell
Yeah.
us.
Yeah, I'll be the judge of that.
I was like in 3rd grade or something. I was super young.
No,
And the class was
You're
talking.
doing a
like,
podcast.
the class was doing a podcast.
wow, that's really early for a podcast.
It was one of the first podcasts. No, we're sitting around, and the teacher's like asking people's names, and one of the kids' name was something weird, like Darshawn Lean or something.
Okay.
And the teacher says, "Oh yeah, that's an interesting name. I like it." And someone's like, "I have a friend named Wackadoo, and I have a friend named Bloogity Bloggity." You know, just all the kids are going around the class naming all the friends with weird
Yeah,
names.
that's a good bit.
And I said, "I have a friend named Steve."
Oh, so you went the opposite.
Yeah, with the
direction. Yeah,
opposite. I
see.
got a big
Yeah.
laugh. Got a
Big laugh. Very
Yeah.
good.
That was kind of funny.
Hey, for a fucking
Yeah,
3rd grader,
I'm sure you had to be there.
I took the bit and I flipped it on its head.
I'll flip you on your head.
I
Was your
dare you.
teacher into it, or were they like trying
Yeah,
to?
she was so.
My
into
teacher
Get
was
back order.
jerking off the whole time.
Oh wow. What was her
Wow.
name?
Well, it was a guy,
Well, yeah, jerking off. I mean, it's
and his name was Mr. Wackadoo.
Oh.
But yeah, I went to jerk off school as a child,
Oh yeah.
so
Is
he was
that
actually
like,
giving a demonstration.
It's like one of those
Wow.
alternative learning schools.
yeah,
Like the Montessori schools.
Super Montessori.
Mhm. Okay, thanks, Sniggle Boots. Unless
We
you
didn't
guys
answer his
have some
question.
funny
No,
names.
Nope.
No, I don't know. All names are stupid, and
especially when guys are named Lindsay. That's when I think it's silly.
I got a weird name for it.
Go.
My great-great-great-great-grandfather, Melanchthon Fisher.
Okay, yeah, that's a weird name.
Biblical,
Melanchthon.
apparently.
Huh. All right. Thanks, Sniggle Boots, for that voicemail. Next one, here it
Sniggle Boots
is.
is a weird name.
What's up, Just Okay Boys? This is Nick Laserson, and I have a question for you guys today. What bad habits do you have, and are you working on getting rid of them? I've personally been trying to cut some bad habits and replace them with some good ones, and I was just wondering, if you guys wait for January 1st, or maybe you're going to jump on it mid-year. All right. Enjoy.
I have tons of bad
Where to
habits.
start? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
I got a good
very
one.
aware of them. Yeah, what's your bad habit?
Oh, I gave it up too. I drank a lot of coffee, and I am about 10 days out with no coffee. And I intend to never
congrats.
drink coffee again, aside from
good
maybe
job.
once every so often.
Nice.
Never again, really. Wow.
Yep. Big headache second day. Had to fight through it.
Yeah, you just pop some Aleve.
I can't.
Drink a bunch of water. Why?
NSAIDs exacerbate the ear problem.
Oh,
Those are full of
exacerbate your
issues.
ear problem.
He means come in your ear. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have any that I'm actively seeking to fix, although I should be. Maybe that's the first one I should do is procrastination on fixing my habits.
How do you tackle that one? That's a tough one.
I think you just get started, really. That's the only way to do it.
Yeah.
Make a list. Isn't that usually what people do? They make a list.
Yeah, they say lists help. Supposed to make a list the night before for the next day of everything you're gonna accomplish.
Mm-hmm. Make a list. Make lists. First thing on your list,
Oh
Gweeds.
boy, here we go.
Make a list. So that way when you're done, you can check it off and feel like you're starting to accomplish something.
Yeah.
And then next thing on the list, make your bed.
What if your bad habit is making lists?
Then you should probably
Like you make too many lists? Or you
Yeah.
just make...
then you probably have like a ton of paper laying around, and you should probably clean your house up. Put that on your list.
Make a list for that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Places to clean your house. First thing on the list.
Pick up first piece of paper. Pick up
Check.
second piece of paper.
Check.
Pick up third piece of paper.
That's a lot.
Millpool, you got any bad habits there?
Yeah. I mean, like soda is kind of similar to coffee. Should probably cut back on that. Vaping, I don't know. Probably do that too much. Do you consider that a bad habit, Guido?
Yeah.
It's
I hide
awful.
it. I hide it from people,
Yeah.
so.
Right. Yeah, not proud of that one. Yeah, procrastination as well. Jeez. I don't want to get
Motivation.
Yeah, I don't want this to get super downer.
Depressing.
Yeah,
Everybody has stuff they can fix.
sure.
Yeah, for reals. Except for me. I don't have anything. I'm perfect.
Po Buddy's Nerfect.
Wait a minute, you said that. Oh no.
Okay, next voicemail. Here it is.
Hey guys, it's Lane. First time caller, long time listener. My question is, if you could host a JOKGCon anywhere in the world, where would you do it? Thanks and have a nice pod.
Good question.
Lane's the best.
Anywhere in the world?
Anywhere in the world.
Would we want to go somewhere new every year, or would it just be in the same place
Absolutely.
for convenience? Because I think it would be cool to go somewhere exotic, maybe once, but logistically.
I think this. Let's do it as a one-time thing.
Okay.
Because you know it's going to be in the bunkhouse every year.
Yeah.
But maybe next year, or the year after, we do something, whatever you want, wherever you want to go.
Yeah, because I mean, bunkhouse is good, but you know, we don't know what's out there. There could be the perfect place that we have.
There could be
There could be.
the bunkier house.
Oh, fuck. That's
what
a
if
thing?
it's 2 bunkhouses stacked on top of each other?
Oh, man.
Stacked bunkhouse. It's like a living metaphor.
Where would I want to go if I could go anywhere?
Thailand.
Thailand.
Thailand would be fun. Bangkok is just kind of big and crazy. I'd want to go someplace where we could like get around easily too. Like not where nobody knows the language, because I feel like that would be a pain in the ass to try to like communicate without a translator would suck balls.
Yeah, I think there's a few things that we need to touch upon. First are penises. Second,
Okay.
we need things to do that are close by.
Yes.
Third, ease of travel to the place.
Yes, please.
Fourth, it has to accommodate a large amount of people.
For sure. It's a must.
Okay, so that narrows it down quite a bit, right?
Yeah, but this is no restrictions. Like,
Well,
right?
but we can't have.
We could just say like, oh, we're gonna rent out Trump Tower in New York or whatever. We're gonna have the whole thing.
Right, but then like, okay, if we're going that far, then I'm gonna say that we're renting a helicopter for everybody to fly in.
I suppose. Yeah.
You know, like, because then that gets rid of the whole like ease of. I'm saying realistically ideal place for us to go.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
Isn't the world just a constant Just Okay Con?
The world is our con. Every moment, every day.
I think like bunkhouse is actually perfect, because if we went somewhere exotic, everyone would just want to explore that area. Like we'd be out every day doing stuff instead of bonding in a bunkhouse playing
naked
games with each other. Bunkhouse is perfect because it's like everywhere around there is completely boring. Like you don't want to leave bunkhouse.
And it's awesome because there's like nobody around, so you can do all sorts of stupid shit.
Yeah.
And not have to worry about like getting yelled at. Maybe the cops stop by and sit and have a beer with us.
Ooh.
So if I could pick anywhere, it would be bunkhouse.
Whoa. I would want someplace on a lake. That would be the only thing that I would touch up.
A nice cabin or chalet of some kind on a lake in Geneva, Liechtenstein, somewhere in the Swiss Alps, perhaps.
Actually, I figured it out. The place that I would want to rent out is the lighthouse that's in the bay in Milwaukee.
I don't think that can hold a lot of people.
Oh yeah, for sure. At least like 6.
Back when I used to do a LAN party,
So
with
two lucky people get to spend the weekend with us.
Yeah, and nobody gets to bring significant others.
Lake
think
Tahoe.
I'm going to go one step more than a lake. I'm going to say an all-inclusive resort.
Oh shit!
Disney World.
Because then everybody has their own room. We're all in the same place. Everything's there, and we don't really need to go anywhere.
Book a block of rooms at the best, swankiest Disney resort possible.
A Disney resort, huh?
Yeah, like that Hawaiian one or something, where it's all like top shelf shit.
Yeah, that'd be good. Thanks, Lane. Nice voicemail.
Yeah, thanks.
Here's the next one.
Hello. What do you guys think of cheddar cheese on apple pie? Okay, bye.
Go to.
she doing like a Dennis Miller impersonation?
It sounds like she was trying to impersonate you.
Me?
Yeah, it sounded like her impression of you a little bit.
Hey, what do you guys think of cheddar cheese on apple pie?
Sounds horrible.
Yeah, I don't know if I would like that.
Is this
I've
a
heard
thing?
about it. Yeah, it is a thing. It's I've
Is it a
never tried
Canadian
it.
thing?
I've never tried it though. I want to say it's American. It's
It
because
is.
you use like American cheese, right? Like government cheese.
No.
Oh.
Did she not just say cheddar cheese?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh,
yeah,
jeez.
cheddar cheese.
cheddar cheese is not government cheese. Government cheese is American cheese.
Right.
There's a big difference. You coming here to Wisconsin, boy, you gotta learn.
I mean, government cheese is like cheddar based, though, isn't it?
It's orange. Cheese. It's yellow cheese.
They want you to think it is.
Yeah, I think they mean to imply it by the coloring. That's about it.
I don't think government cheese has been a thing for like 2 decades.
Oh, okay. I mean,
really
in Canada we just called it craft cheese, like
no,
I'm
pretty sure
that's what
you
it
still
is
get government cheese
here too.
Yeah. Isn't that what government cheese is? It's basically craft.
Well, government cheese
like
was
processed cheese, right?
It's cheese that was given out by the government.
Right.
Yeah. It's even shittier singles, basically, but it's the same principle, yeah.
No, nobody thinks that's
no
good.
one's tried it.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's a thing. Some people like it.
Apparently, you can trace it all the way back to 17th century England. Cheddar on apple pie.
I mean, I'd give it a shot. I'd try it.
I'd try it too.
It doesn't sound the worst. I mean, like sweet and salty is kind of a thing, right? Like chocolate on pretzels, chocolate and peanut butter. I feel like it would be one of those kind of things. I'd give it a shot. I'll try. Go till you bring something to con. I'll
Let's do it.
I'll put some cheddar on some pie.
Bring some from Canada with you.
Yeah,
we can't get it.
Bring some cheddar from Canada because we can't get none of that good
cheese
shit.
in Wisconsin.
Apparently, it doesn't need to be shredded either. Originally, it was just a block of cheddar on top of an apple pie slice.
Chad is a little confused as to what government cheese is. So, about 20 years ago, as part of a welfare project, the government would give low-income housing blocks of cheese. And
you could also get it with food stamps.
Yes, and it was like the shittiest cheese you could ever eat. It tasted like wax, and it came in blocks. It didn't come in singles. It was blocks that you had to slice.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It was basically a block of like waxy plastic that they called cheese.
And it turned into a joke where, government cheese is like a metaphor for the government trying to do something useful.
Yeah.
Where they're like, okay, we'll give you this, but it's just the worst thing that they can give you.
Yeah. I think I only ever heard about it through like sitcoms and comedy specials.
I could see that. That seems reasonable.
Thanks, Gotsu. Here's our next voicemail.
Hanging out with my friends on the weekend doesn't leave much time to see my family again. You're adults, so I'm sure that you're busy. So how often is it that you see your family?
Oh, Spitty.
Spitty.
How often do we see our families?
Not very often.
I see my family a lot, but that's because that's how I was growing up.
I see my family a medium amount.
Oh boy.
Yeah, not so much since I moved to America, but
fuck yeah.
Yeah,
sorry,
I try to. No, I try to see them a couple times a year still.
Yeah, I probably don't see my family as much as I should, but I see them enough. Once, twice a month, I'll hang out, spend a day. That's good, right?
Yeah,
good.
That's acceptable.
It's fine, yeah.
I think 2 times a month is around where I was with my family too. I think that's like acceptable.
Okay.
It's hard to get to where I am from where they are and vice versa. There's no major highway, and you have to drive through state roads and counties and stuff. So it's about a 3-hour drive. So I see it maybe once or twice every 3 or 4 months. I see my sister more now that she moved back here in Columbus.
Yeah, and she's got that wedding coming up.
She does.
Total bridezilla. Let me tell you.
Wally, I have a comment to that. If I was told that I needed to buy that expensive of a suit in that color and purchase it I would
Yeah.
say I love you dearly, but I'm not gonna fucking do that.
It would never have worked.
Right?
It would never. I can't. I don't think I was in a position to say no. And and when we come at Just a KCON this fall, Megan will tell you about how I was pretty much backed into a corner on this. You're the only people that's told me it's okay. Aside from that, though, it's like I kept thinking, "Am I crazy? Am I crazy?" And
no,
I don't know.
Just so KCON, you need to show up in a maroon suit.
Yeah,
if I have the suit by then, I am totally doing it, and I just might
get your money's worth.
Why
the wedding's in October?
Oh, it's in October. I thought it was
October 1st, so it's gonna be fucking close. I think I could pull it off.
I probably would have said yes as well if it was my brother.
I know exactly, right? You kind of have to do it. It's still horrible, but like it's my sister, man.
Yeah, I get that, but
I don't think my siblings wouldn't even ask me that.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, but you're a different person.
They
know
just
what
know.
to expect from you.
They just know. They're like, well, he's not going to do that.
That makes me feel better about myself a little bit, I guess. And I'm also a sucker, but so whatever.
Oh, Spettuccino, thank you. Alrighty, next one. Here it is.
Hey, this is Bombhap. Love your show. What's your favorite Greek or Roman god? My favorite was...
Favorite Greek or Roman god?
Jeez.
I would
I'm
have
not good
to
with this
say...
Hercules.
He wasn't even a god. He wasn't a god.
Yeah,
Get out of here.
He was a demigod.
Yeah, that's not a god, though.
Well, a demigod, not really, not a full god.
Not a full god.
So what you're saying is a person in a wheelchair isn't a person.
They don't call them demi people.
Yes.
Which, by the way, that was when he was talking to his son in God of War, and told his son that he's a god. I whispered under my breath, "Demigod," because his mom was immortal.
Spoilers. No. I think anyone that knows that Kratos is a god and has a son, that the son is also part god.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that's the way it works in those types of stories. So favorite god, I guess I can't pick Hercules for some fucking weird reason.
Demigod.
Who cares though?
You
you guys are really holding me to this?
Yeah, I'm holding you to this. I have to go with Achilles, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, he was ridiculously fast. So fast that he ended up chasing the sun.
Cool.
Yeah. What about that?
That's also the only one that I remember from my college Greek mythology class.
What about that guy that flew too close to the sun?
Icarus?
Yeah, you like him?
Not really.
I'm a big fan of Artemis.
Yeah, what did she do?
She was one of the most worshipped Greek goddesses. I think she was the goddess of the hunt, childbirth, the wilderness, the forest, a warfare too. I think is part of her portfolio. She's the Roman goddess Diana when the Romans stole and brought a whole bunch of shit over. She's it's just an interesting figure in Greek lore.
Apparently, Chad is saying that none of these people are gods except for Artemis.
Yeah, Achilles, I thought, was just a hero based on the movie.
He is
Troy.
a mortal man that fell in love with.
I guess he's also
Helen.
a demigod, isn't he?
He's a demigod. Yeah.
The only
I
god
don't think he's even a demigod.
No,
I think he's
he's a
hero.
demigod.
Pretty sure he's a demigod. He's a demigod.
Oh yeah, you think so? You want to wager on
Is
it?
he in a wheelchair?
Yeah.
Who'd he fuck? Who does parents fuck?
Jeez.
Zeus.
Wait, who did his parents fuck?
Yeah, who does his parents fuck?
His mother
As in,
was
like,
the
they had some
immortal
sort of orgy?
Nereid Thetis.
Achilles
He's
is
not
the
a
son,
god. He's half sea nymph.
Achilles is the son of Nereid Thetis and Peleus.
Yes, and Thetis was a sea nymph.
Mm-hmm.
She was immortal though.
Not a
She wasn't
god.
Not a god.
Not a god.
You're
Yeah,
right.
the only guys
I'm
I can
wrong.
think of are Zeus and Poseidon. Right? Poseidon was a god.
Poseidon was a god.
Poseidon was,
He's
yeah.
cool. He controlled water.
What about
had a trident?
Who's the hot
that-
one?
The hot one, yeah. What's her name?
What?
The
Cassiopeia?
the one of love.
No, not Cassiopeia.
Oh, Ares?
Oh, the goddess of love.
Ares is war.
Nike?
No,
Nike.
Nike was a victory. Something Ini.
Aphrodite.
Aphrodite. Yeah. I'll go with you, Nasty. I like Aphrodite the most. If I can't pick my favorite, which is Hercules.
Yeah. He's not actually a god though, so.
You son of a bitch. You didn't even pick a demigod. You just picked
he
a
should've
guy.
been. He should have fucking been, you know?
He was an important guy.
Hey. If it wasn't for him, Troy would have never happened.
No. Because of him, Troy ceased to be.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, you mean in terms of like what happened at Troy?
Right. The whole battle
Okay.
of Troy would have never happened if it wasn't for him.
Correct.
Speaking of, don't go watch the new Troy on Netflix. It's kind of shit.
Okie dokie. That's it for those things that we do. I don't know.
Remember we talked
this
about video
episode,
games?
guys. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I don't either.
Greco-Roman quarter. I like it.
What do we usually do now?
I think
Listener of the
we
week.
just ended, right? Oh, yeah.
We just end it.
We just
Yo, listener of the week now. He's gonna be real sweet now. It's listener of the week. Yeah.
This week's listener of the week is WifeySize. WifeySize gave us 5 stars on the United States of America iTunes. Titled her review, Biggie Made Me Do It. And her review is as follows. Love, 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 love you guys. Winky face, Megan. Thanks, WifeySize. You are a listener of the week.
Yo, listener of the week now. He's gonna be real sweet now. It's listener of the week. Yeah.
You can be listener of the week by leaving a review on iTunes. Leave us a review. We need some. We're starting to wind down again, so come on, baby. Pop us one of those little reviews. Doesn't have to be iTunes. It could be whatever you want. It could be whatever you want. Nasty, you want to do plugs?
Yeah, if you guys want to check us out, head over to justokgamers.com. On the right side, you can find links to all of our social media, as well as a link to our Patreon, patreon.com/justokgamers, if you want to support the podcast. Also, if you want to be one of these people to call and leave us a voicemail, that number is 615-763-5654. And check out Biggie Size's podcast, right? Yeah, we just did one of them last night. I don't know if we talked about that. And check us out on Twitch, twitch.tv/justokgamers.
Very good. It feels good to have you back. We've been struggling in the plug section these past
Yes,
2
I
weeks.
know. I've been listening. It's been really fucking rough. That's the worst, is listening when I'm not on, because I have things to say. I think my favorite was this weekend, though, when I told Millpool what I had to say.
Yeah, you texted me.
Via text message.
You just texted me what I said, though, on the podcast. You texted me what I said that you said.
Yeah, I wanted to say that.
Yeah, so it's
you wrote out
factually-
that whole thing?
Yeah, he wrote out what I said that he was texting us from Barbara Bush's funeral. So it's factually accurate now. That actually happened.
I figured I had to, right?
How'd you like that bit? You were a fan of that?
I was. Like I said, I really wish that I would have been able to get connected, because I think that bit would have been even funnier if I would have actually been sending you guys, sending this stuff to you guys while I was listening and kind of like being a part of the podcast by proxy.
I don't know what you're talking about. You were sending them, so like.
I mean, like
Yeah,
while watching you guys.
Oh,
I was ESPN.
Instead of, yeah, you
remember?
That's in your head.
Yeah,
ESPN.
But you wanted to get the visual.
Yeah, I wanted to see your faces, to see your reactions to if I was actually accurately hearing you guys, you know?
Okay. I understand. Well, boys, the buffet was good.
Yeah,
we got
is
to
Bill
see-
Cosby still there?
Oh,
Well, we
Can I,
had left the buffet we went to the buffet early this morning, so I think he went to jail.
Straight from the buffet.
Yeah, pretty sure he's going to jail and he's going to die there.
yeah.
He did.
And that's it.
That's all she wrote.